Saludos muchachos y muchachas, espero que estén bien. I forgot this is the English class, so I started speaking Spanish. How are you guys? I hope you're all doing well. Let's begin, shall we? We're going to start on page 20, where it says, in a second, I'm looking for it right here. On page 20, it says language, prefixes, suffixes, and root words. Earlier in the chapter, you learned about using context clues to determine word meanings. Another way to figure out unfamiliar word meanings is to analyze word parts and their meanings. Meanings is very important here. A root word is a base word. It contains the basic meaning of a word. A prefix is a word that added to the beginning of a word that changes its meaning. A suffix is a word part added to the end of a word that changes its meaning. Knowing what common prefixes and suffixes mean can help you figure out a word's meaning. Just to give you a little help here. So we have roots, prefix, and suffix. Now this is base. This comes before, and this goes after. The word. What do I mean by this? Well, you have the root word, a word like bio, right? Bio means life. So you have, that's the basic of a word. That's bio. This comes from the Greek that means life. Now, if we're talking about, we're gonna add a suffix to it, right? We can talk about graph. Graph means in Greek, right. We add graph. But because biograph is not a word, we're gonna add biography, which adds to that person. Now, if we're going to add a prefix to biography, what prefix do you think we should add? Exactly, we're going to add auto. And we have auto, this means self. So what we have here is autobiography, or the story of my life. That's how roots, prefixes, and suffixes work. Look at the chart below to become familiar with a few common roots, prefixes, and suffixes. That's on page 21, and it ends on page 22. Right? On page 22, you're going to read these sentences from the article and use the information in the charts to determine the word meanings. First sentence. Number 1, chimpanzees also collaborate and form alliances in fights or when hunting. 2, the building blocks of morality have been observed in non-human animals. 3, this genetic and cultural evolution has shaped our brains to care for others, react to those who try to harm us, and to create moral rules that help us to live together successfully. Finally, number 4, indeed, observations made by scientists who study different societies around the world have shown that despite cultural and individual differences, all human beings have some sense of right and wrong. Now, you're gonna follow the instructions on the text, read the sentences, use the chart to find out what the meaning of those sentences are, okay? So that's gonna be it for me today. We're gonna be having our test soon, so be ready for that, okay? So, bye-bye guys, have a good one. Thank you for joining me, bye-bye.